Hello my dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome back to your favorite channel NEET World. This is Vasavi Ma'am, your biology educator. Yes. So students, in the previous class we have done about the, nervous system as well as the respiratory system of the cockroach. Okay. So now in today's particular session, so coming towards today's particular session, we are going to discuss about the reproductive system of the cockroach, right? Yes. So under the reproductive system of the cockroach, you need to learn about the female reproductive system as well as the male reproductive system of the cockroach. Okay. So both the male reproductive system as well as the female reproductive system of the cockroach. So this complete reproductive system you may get for 8 marker type of questions. Okay. So you for this complete reproductive system will get in your IP board examination, sometimes for 8 marker type, and sometimes you may get only either the male or else the female reproductive system of the cockroach only just for 4 marker type of question, my dear students. Okay. So we cannot say that whether it is going to come exactly for the 8 marker type or else 4 marker type. Okay. So be ready to learn this particular concept, the reproductive system of the cockroach. Yes. So it is most important for the NEET point of view also, my dear students. Okay. So for the NEET point of view, all the labelings are most important. Okay. So the labeling parts are most important. So just have a look whatever I am going to explain here. Yes. So students, under the reproductive system of the cockroach, first let us understand about the male reproductive system. Okay. So yes students, without any delay, let us get started with this session. Yes, just a minute, why this pen is not coming? Okay students, okay, yes. So everyone stay tuned until the session gets end, by that it becomes easy to all of you and you can learn the concepts very easy. Okay, yes. So coming towards the male reproductive system of the cockroach. Okay. So usually the male reproductive system is going to start, okay, it is going to start from the 4th to 10th segment. Okay. So in the male reproductive system, completely from the 4th segment. Okay. Yes students, can you see here? Yes, let me choose the another color. Yes. So from the 4th segment, okay, so from the 4th abdominal segment, the male reproductive system is going to start and it is going to end at the 10th segment, my dear students. Okay. But in this 4th segment, okay, starting just only from the 4th to 6th segment. Okay. From 4th to 6th segment, what we can find? From the 4th to 6th segment. Okay. So just let me label here. Yes, 4th, can you see? 4th, 5th and 6th. Okay. So starting from the 4th segment to the 6th segment, here we can find a trilobed testis. Okay, can you see? Yes, I need to choose another color, I think. Yes. So from the 4th segment, 5th segment and the 6th segment. Okay. So completely from the 4th to 6th segment, at this particular abdominal segmental region, we can find trilobed testis, my dear students. Okay, can you see the testis? So these are lobed in structure. Okay, so these are trilobed and we can find in the 4th to 6th segment. Okay, so clear, my dear students? Yes. So yes, and these testes, okay, these trilobed testes are involved in the process of spermatogenesis. What, my dear students? Spermatogenesis. Okay. So spermatogenesis is nothing but the process of the formation of sperms. Okay. The process of formation of sperms. Okay. Formation of sperms. So clear, my dear students? So from the 4th to 6th segment, what we can find? We can find the trilobed testes which are involved in the process of the spermatogenesis. So spermatogenesis is nothing but the process of formation of the sperms. Okay. So the process where the sperms are going to form and that particular stage is called as the spermatogenesis. Yes, clear? So now after the spermatogenesis, okay, So below, so starting from these trilobed testes, here we can find a tubular structure. Okay, here we can find what, my dear students? Here we can find a tubular structure which will arise from each trilobed testis. Okay, so from the each trilobed testis, a tubular structure is going to arise. Okay, that tubular structure is called as, so just look into these. Yes, so just look into the labelings. So this is called as vas deferens. What, my dear students? It is called as the vas deferens. Okay, vas deferens is nothing but the tubular structures which will arise from each testis. Okay, tubular structures which will arise from the each side of the testis, and they will join, both the vas deferences will join to form ejaculatory duct. Okay, can you see these tubular structures? Yes. So these tubular structures will open into the ejaculatory duct. Okay, so clear up to this, my dear students? So now what is the role of the vas deferens? Okay, what the vas deferens is going to do? Okay, so I have said that the tubular testes and the lobed testes are involved in the process of spermatogenesis, right? Spermatogenesis in the sense production of the sperms, right? So from here the sperms are going to be released and they get stored in the vas deferens. Okay, the sperms will store in the vas deferens. Okay, yes. So just leave about the ejaculatory duct. So now just clearly understand whatever I am saying to all of you. Yes. So behind the vas deferens, okay, behind the vas deferens we can find a box like structure. Okay, a box like structure in the sense a small storage sac like structure that is called as seminal vesicles. What it is, my dear students? It is called as seminal vesicles. Okay, so this will be the vas deferens, and back of the vas deferens, okay, behind the vas deferens, we can't see that actually, but let me make a note here. Okay, so behind the vas deferens we can find the seminal vesicles. Okay, what we can find, my dear students? We can find the seminal vesicles. Okay, so now what is the role of the seminal vesicles? Okay, seminal vesicles are involved in what? Okay, so the seminal vesicles are involved in the storage of sperms. Okay, all the sperms which are released from these trilobed testes, they will travel through these vas deferens, and next the sperms get stored in the seminal vesicles. Okay, they will get stored in the seminal vesicles. Clear? So now these seminal vesicles, okay, inside the seminal vesicles, the sperms whatever they have stored, they need to be matured. Okay, they should require and they should obtain the nutrition. Okay, so the nutrition is required for these sperms which are present inside the seminal vesicles. Okay, so now from where the nutrition is going to be produced? Okay, so for these sperms we need to produce, we need to provide the nutrition, right, my dear students? So from where we need to provide the nutrition? Okay, for that there is one more important gland that is called as mushroom shaped gland. Okay, that is called as what, my dear students? Mushroom shaped gland. Okay, so the mushroom shaped gland is the main gland which is going to give the nutrition to the sperms which are present inside the seminal vesicles. Okay, so first you need to give the nutrition, right? So now all the students just clearly observe this mushroom shaped gland. Okay, so inside the mushroom shaped gland we can find many tubular structures. Okay, many tubular structures are present inside the mushroom shaped gland. Okay, and the tubules are of two types. Okay, how many types, my dear students? Two types of tubules are present. Okay, so they are long tubules and short tubules. Okay, what are they? Long tubules and the short tubules. Clear? So now this mushroom shaped gland, which is going to contain the long tubules and these short tubules, together the tubules are called as utriculi. Okay, utriculi is nothing but the many tubules which are going to arise from the mushroom shaped gland. Okay, so now just all of you clearly listen. Yes, so in these both the tubules, okay, in both the tubules, mainly the short tubules, okay, the short tubules from the mushroom shaped gland, these are involved in giving the nutrition to the sperms. Okay, so in the mushroom shaped gland, can you see here? Yes. So this will be the long tubules. Okay, all the white colored structure, whatever you can see here, these are called as the long tubules. And next we need to look into the short tubules. Okay, yes. So these are called as small tubules. Okay, so now these small tubules are involved in giving the nutrition to the sperms which are present inside the seminal vesicles. Okay, so now next what is left, my dear students? Long tubules, right? So the long tubules, can you see here the long tubules, where it is? Yes, here. Okay, so the long tubules are involved in giving, okay, so the long tubules are involved in providing, okay, producing this sticky substance. Okay, so just these long tubules will release some sticky substance, so that sticky substance will help in making the sperm to sperm glued. Okay, sperm glued. Okay, so the sperm glued is nothing but this sperm ball. Okay, sperm glued is nothing but just it is nothing but, my dear students, sperm glued is nothing but the sperm ball like structure. Okay, due to the secretion of the sticky substance, the sperms are going to form into the sperm glued. Okay, so clear up to this? Once again I am going to revise to all of you. Actually the male reproductive system of the cockroach, it is going to start from the 4th segment and continues up to the 10th abdominal segment. Okay, but mainly the trilobed testes are going to be arised from 4th segment and they are going to end up to the 6th segment. Okay, so up to these region we can find the trilobed testes, and from each trilobed testis a tubular structure will arise, that is called as vas deferens. Okay, let me clear each and everything. Yes, so these tubules, can you see, these are called as the vas deferens. So the main role of the vas deferens is to store the sperms. Okay, it will take the sperms from the right testicular tubules, and next it is going to store and it is going to yes, it is going to obtain the sperms from the left trilobed testis. Okay, so all the sperms will reach the vas deferens, right? So next, at this particular region back of the ejaculatory duct, okay, both the vas deferens will unite and they will form the common duct, that is called as ejaculatory duct. Okay, clear? So back of the vas deferens we can find the seminal vesicles. Okay, actually the seminal vesicles will receive the sperms. Okay, after receiving the sperms should require the nutrition. Okay, so from where the nutrition is going to be produced, my dear students? So the nutrition is going to be obtained from a special gland, that is called as mushroom shaped gland. Okay, so this mushroom shaped gland is also called as utriculi. Okay, it is also called as utriculi, and this mushroom shaped gland will contain how many tubules? 2 tubules. Okay, one will be, yes, so just a minute, yes, so one tubule will be of long tubule and short tubule. Yes, so just a minute, yes students. Okay, is it clear to all of you now? Yes, so long tubules and the short tubules. Okay, both the tubules have a specialized function. The short tubules, can you see here? So the small tubules, why this board? Yes, yes. So the small tubules are involved in giving the nutrition to the sperms which are present in the seminal vesicles, and the long tubules are involved in, okay, the long tubules are involved in what, my dear students? These are involved in releasing this sticky substance. Okay, due to the releasing of this sticky substance, the sperms will form into the ball like structure, that is called as sperm glued. Okay, so clear up to this? Next we need to understand about, yes, so next what we need to learn, my dear students, about the ejaculatory duct. Okay, so here one of the most interesting thing that you all should know, okay, so that is about the spermatophore. Okay, so that is about spermatophore. Okay, so spermatophore is nothing but, okay, so the spermatophore is nothing but, so I have said that the sperms are, okay, so the utriculi majors are nothing but the long tubules of the mushroom shaped gland. So the long tubules will involve in the formation of sperm glued, right? So the sperm glued is only called as spermatophore. Okay, the sperm glued is only called as the spermatophore. So now these spermatophore, inside the spermatophore we can find, my dear students, we can find the sperms, okay, all the sperms get stored inside the spermatophore. Okay. So now this spermatophore is covered by three most important layers. Okay. So it is covered by, okay, so in the human beings the reproduction process is very common and it is very easy, but as this cockroach is very intelligent and insect, it is going to have many advanced organs and many advanced mechanisms actually. Okay. So this spermatophore is covered by three most important layers. The three most important layers will cover the sperms inside the spermatophores. So now in these three layers, the first layer is secreted by, okay. So just I am going to make it with the another color, so by that it becomes clear to all of you, my dear students. Okay. So the first layer is formed by, okay. So imagine this as the first layer. Okay. First layer is formed by mushroom shaped gland. Okay. Mushroom shaped gland. Okay. Mushroom gland I am writing here. Yes. So the first layer is formed by the mushroom shaped gland, and the next layer, okay, the next layer means yes, another color, yes. So the next layer is made up of ejaculatory duct, okay, ejaculatory duct. Okay, clear, my dear students? So the next layer around the spermatophore is made up of the ejaculatory duct, and the third layer, okay, imagine this as the second layer, and next one, third layer, okay, the third layer is made up of one more important layer that is formed by another most important gland that is called as phallic gland. Okay, imagine this as the third layer. The third layer is formed by phallic gland. Okay, I am writing here, yes, phallic gland. Clear, my dear students? Is it clear to all of you? So this is about the spermatophore. Okay, what is spermatophore? Actually the sperm glued only, right? So the spermatophore is surrounded by three most important layers. Okay, among those three most important layers, the first layer is formed by the secretion of the sticky substance from the mushroom shaped gland. Hence the first layer will be of mushroom shaped gland, and the next layer around the spermatophore is made up of ejaculatory duct, and the third layer is made up of phallic gland. Clear? So now I will explain you what is phallic gland and what is the ejaculatory duct. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. So these yes, so below the vas deferens, okay, both the vas deferens will unite and they will form the ejaculatory duct. Can you see here, my dear students? Yes. So this will be of ejaculatory duct. Okay. So if we see here two yellow colored tubes we can observe, right? So one tubule, okay, one tube which will arise, that will be of mushroom shaped gland. Okay, one tubule is from the mushroom shaped gland, and the another tubule which will arise, that is from the yes, that will be from the phallic gland. Okay, yes. So all the sperms, whatever it gets released and whatever the sperms is going to obtain the nutrition, after the obtaining the nutrition from the mushroom shaped gland, they will travel and they will reach to this particular ejaculatory duct. Okay, where they will reach, my dear students? They will reach to the ejaculatory duct. Okay, clear up to this? Yes. So now this brown colored shape, okay, this brown colored tubules, whatever you can observe here, this is called as phallic gland. Okay, this is called as what? This is called as the phallic gland. Okay, so the role of the phallic gland is nothing. Okay, nothing in the sense it is going to secrete one layer around the spermatophore. Okay, clear up to this? Yes. So now what we have left with, okay, next we need to understand about the external genitalia of the cockroach. Okay, yes, external genitalia in the sense we cannot find the proper external genitalis in the insect, okay, in the cockroach, okay, but there are some organs, okay, there are some parts which are going to be involved in the genitalis. Okay, there are some parts which are going to act like the genitalis, which are going to act like the male external genitalis. Okay, so what are they in the sense? Chitinous plates, my dear students. Okay, so what are they? Chitinous, yes, chitinous plates. Okay, chitinous plates are the structures which will act like the male external genitalis, but actually they are not the proper and they are not the main external genitalis actually. Okay, So just the chitinous plates are involved in the fertilization and in the reproduction process. Okay. So clear? So all these posterior parts, whatever you can see here, like caudal style, anal circus, and left phallomere, titillator, pseudopenis. Okay. So all these structures are together called as gonapophysis. Okay. Gonapophysis in the sense the main region, where the external genitalis structures are located. Okay. The external genitalis are nothing but the chitinous plates only. Okay. These chitinous plates are all these, my dear students. Okay. Titillaria, yes, titillator and pseudopenis. Okay. Clear with the male reproductive system? It is very easy to all of you. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Okay. Once again I am going to summarize to all of you, my dear students. Yes, just pay your attention just for the 2 minutes and listen to me continuously. Okay. Yes. So this is about the male reproductive system of the cockroach, right? So actually the male reproductive system will start from the 4th abdominal segment and continues up to the 10th abdominal segment. In the 4th, okay, starting from the 4th, 5th and 6th abdominal segments, at these 3 particular segments we can find trilobed testes, right? So the trilobed testes are involved in the process of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is nothing but the process of producing the sperms. Okay. So from both the trilobed testes we can find the tubular structures. Those are called as vas deferens. Okay. Vas deferens will receive the sperms from the testes, and back of the vas deferens we can find the seminal vesicles. Okay. A box like or else the storage sac like structure where all the sperms are going to be stored. Okay. Next step, we need to provide the nutrition to the sperms. Okay. So how we can produce and how we can provide the nutrition? We can provide the nutrition with the help of a special gland that is called as mushroom shaped gland, which is going to contain 2 most important tubules, small tubules and the long tubules. So together we can call these tubules as utriculus. Okay. So the small tubules will give the nutrition while the long tubules will secrete a sticky substance. Okay. So due to the secretion of the sticky substance, the sperms will okay, all the sperms are going to get stored and they are going to form the ball like structure that is called as spermatophore. Next most important thing is the spermatophore is nothing but okay, where the sperms are going to be stored. The spermatophore is surrounded by 3 most important layers only, right? So the first layer will be of mushroom shaped gland, and the next layer around the spermatophore will be made up of ejaculatory duct, and the third layer around the spermatophore is made up of what, my dear students? Phallic gland. Okay. So next step is, yes, after these all the sperms are going to be travelled and they are going to reach to the ejaculatory duct, and with the help of the male external genitalis. Okay. So the male external genitalis are actually the chitinous plates, which are also called as pseudopenis and titillator. Okay. So clear with this particular male reproductive system, my dear students? It is very easy, but when it comes to the NEET point of view, please always try to remember the labelings. Okay. Labelings are most important. You should know the role of phallic gland, you should know the role of what are the small tubules, what are the long tubules. Okay. Sometimes you may get the question like what is the role of utriculi majors, what is the role of utriculi brevis. Okay. Utriculi majors are nothing but the long tubules, utriculi brevis are nothing but the small tubules. Okay. Together the utriculi is nothing but the mushroom shaped gland. Okay. And next one, you should also understand what is seminal vesicle and what is the main role actually, how the sperms are going to get the nutrition. And next you need to understand about the, yes, you need to understand about pseudopenis and the titillator. Okay. So this is all about the male reproductive system. Definitely you will get these particular questions sometimes in your IP examinations just for 4 marks, otherwise for the 8 marks, my dear students. Okay. So just please be in thorough with this particular concept. Yes. So without any delay, next let's move into the female reproductive system of the cockroach. Okay. So today's particular session is very special, I can say, because today we are going to end the chapter the Periplaneta americana cockroach, right? So next, after completing this female reproductive system, in the next sessions we are also going to solve all the NEET PYQs from past 5 to 6 years just related to this particular chapter Periplaneta only, my dear students. Okay. So, without any delay, let us again start about the female reproductive system of cockroach. Okay. So, the female reproductive system of the cockroach, it is also same like male reproductive system only, you can understand easily, but all the thing you need to do is you need to understand each and every role of these organs in order wise. Okay. Yes. Yes, students. Okay. 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 So, now see here, female reproductive system of the cockroach. Okay. So, generally the female reproductive system of the cockroach will start from second abdominal segment and it will continue up to the 10th segment, but in between, okay, starting from second, third and fourth segment, okay, just from the second to the fourth segment, what is going to be present? The ovaries are going to be present, my dear students. Okay. We can find, yes, just a minute, yes. So, we can find the ovaries. Okay. So, when it comes to the female reproductive system of the cockroach, we need to understand about the ovaries, right. So, from where the ovaries will start, from 4th to the 6th abdominal segment. Okay. Just I am writing as AB and segments. Okay. So, clear, my dear students. So, the ovaries will start from yes, the ovaries will start from actually 2nd, not 4th. Okay. So, it will start from 2nd to 6th abdominal segments, right. So, in the female reproductive system of the cockroach. Okay. So, students, please just listen to me carefully. Okay. Do not be confused in between the male and female reproductive system. Okay. You need to understand the segments where actually the testes are located, and you need to understand where actually, in which segments actually the ovaries are located, right. So, when we are going to talk about the female reproductive system of the cockroach, here mainly we need to understand about the ovaries. Okay. So, the ovaries in the female reproductive system are, these are long, yes, so these are long feather and leaf shaped structures. Okay. A pair of long leaf shaped and feather shaped ovaries are present in the abdominal segments starting from 2nd to 6th segment, my dear students. Okay. So, can you see this? Isn't it or not? Is it looking like leaf shaped or feather shaped or not, my dear students? Yes, it is same like that only, no? Yes. So, now inside, yes, inside these ovaries, inside the ovaries we can find, yes, we can find 8 to 9 thread like structures. Okay. Continuously 8 to 9 thread like structures will arise. Those thread like structures are called as ovarioles. Okay. Can you see this? Yes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So, continuously in this way we can find 8 to 9 thread like structures. So, these thread like structures are called as ovarioles. What it is, my dear students? Ovarioles. Okay. So, these two will be of ovaries, and inside the ovaries the 8 to 9 thread like structures will be of the ovarioles, right. So, now what is the role of the ovarioles? Okay. So, these ovarioles are going to produce the ova. Okay. Ovarioles will produce what, my dear students? They will produce the ova, right. So, I am going to say that each ovary is going to contain 8 to 9 ovarioles. Okay. In the sense, each ovariole will produce one ova. Okay. It means 8 plus 8, 16. Okay. So, completely, yes, so completely 16 ovarioles are present. Okay. So, completely 16 ovarioles are present, 8 ovarioles in one ovary and 8 ovaries in one ovary. Okay. 8 ovarioles in one ovary. Okay. So, like this both the ovaries will produce approximately 16, okay, approximately 16 ova. Clear, my dear students? So, now here you need to understand about few more and most important things. Those parts are, yes. So, clear with the ovaries? Yes. So, this will be of the ovaries and this thread like structure will be of ovarioles, and both the ovaries are going to produce a tube like structure and they will join commonly. That common duct is called as common oviduct. Okay. From both the ovaries the tube will arise. The tube which will arise from each ovary is called as oviduct. Okay. and both the oviduct from both the ovaries will unite and they will form, what they will form my dear students, they will form the common oviduct. Okay, we can call this common oviduct as, yes, we can also call it as the vagina. Okay, yes. So clear up to these common oviduct my dear students. Yes. So now at this particular region, at the region of the common oviduct, here we can find, what we can find here, we can find the spermatheca. Okay, so here we can find, yes, so here we can find the spermatheca. Okay, yes, here we can find the spermatheca. Okay, so now here all the ova, okay, the ova which is going to be released from both the ovaries. Okay, so from both the ovaries, the eggs, that is nothing but the ova will release. Okay, the ova is going to be released and they remain here itself for a while. Okay, but the role of this spermatheca is to store the sperms. Okay, so the spermatheca is nothing but, yes, so at this region, at the region of the spermatheca, the spermatophore, okay, the spermatophores, okay, okay. So these spermatophores are going to be released from the male reproductive system of the cockroach. After releasing, okay, you all should answer me, the spermatophores is made up of how many layers my dear students? 3 layers, right? So inside the 3 layers only all the sperms are going to be stored. So to release the sperms from all these 3 layers, all these 3 layers need to be broken down. Okay, whenever the 3 layers are going to break, at that particular time the sperms will release from the spermatophores and they will reach to where? They will reach to the this particular globular structure that is called as spermatheca. Okay, they will reach to the spermatheca. Clear my dear students? Yes. So from here you need to understand about the few more important things, that is nothing but, yes. So spermatheca, is it clear to all of you? Spermatheca is nothing but the place where actually the sperms are going to be stored. Okay, the spermatophore will break, the sperms will reach from male reproductive system and they will enter into the spermatheca of the female reproductive system of the cockroach. Okay, yes. So now understand, yes. So from here you should understand. Okay, so here what is released my dear students? Here ova are released, right? Here what is present? Sperms are present. Okay, so the ova and the sperms, okay, the sperms from the male reproductive system will fuse with the ova of the female reproductive system. Okay, so then after fusion and after the fertilization they will form. Okay, after the fertilization what they are going to form? They are going to form the fertilized, okay, fertilized eggs. Okay, yes, isn't it or not? So they will, the handwriting is not so much good, I think. Yes, let me write once again, fertilized egg, fertilized egg. Okay, yes. So now these fertilized eggs, okay, these fertilized eggs are going to be, yes, so these fertilized eggs are going to be formed. Okay, and all the fertilized eggs are stored in one special case. Okay, they are all the yes, all the fertilized eggs are stored in a special case. Okay, so this case will be of in this manner. Okay, so this is one case my dear students. Okay, case in the sense one storage sac like structure. So that storage sac like structure is produced from a specialized gland again. So that specialized gland is, can you see here, a many branched structures that is called as collateral gland. Can you see here? Isn't it or not? Yes. So this is called as the collateral glands. Okay, a pair of collateral glands are going to be present. So now what is the role of the collateral glands? Okay, collateral glands are involved in formation of case. They are involved in formation of egg cases. Okay, what are those? Egg cases. Okay, they are involved in the formation of the egg cases. Okay, that is called as ootheca. Okay, this case, can you see here, this one? So this is only called as ootheca. Okay, clear? So now inside this ootheca, what is present? Inside the ootheca, all the fertilized eggs are present. Okay, so approximately, yes, approximately now 14 to 16 eggs are stored inside this ootheca. Okay, so let me draw the eggs here, by that it becomes clear to all of you. Okay, so this is one egg case. Inside this, yes, all the long elongated eggs all the long elongated fertilized eggs are stored, and this will be of approximately 14 to 16, my dear students. Okay, the fertilized eggs number is of 14 to 16. How we are saying that 14 to 16? In the sense, from each ovariole one ova is only formed, right? So that one ova will undergo the fertilization process with the sperms, and then next in that process, in that way, approximately 14 to 16 fertilized ovas will form, and all together will store in the hard egg case that is called as ootheca. Okay. So one more interesting thing is, these oothecas are also going to be varied in number. Okay. Approximately the egg cases are also going to vary in number. Okay. They are going to form approximately, yes, 8 to 9. Okay. How many, my dear students? 8 to 9 oothecas are formed. Okay. So ootheca is different, and fertilized eggs are different. Ootheca is nothing but the case. How many cases are there? 8 to 9 egg cases. In 8 to 9 egg cases, in each egg case, how many eggs, how many fertilized eggs we can find? We can find approximately, yes, we can find approximately, yes, here I am going to write, yes, 14 to 16 eggs. Okay. Eggs in the sense fertilized eggs only, my dear students. Okay. So at this region of the spermatheca, here the sperms will store, and from here the ova is going to be produced, and they are going to undergo the fertilization process. They will store here at the region of collateral glands. These glands will form the oothecas. Inside that 14 to 16 eggs will store. Okay. So clear up to this? Yes. So next you need to understand how the younger cockroach is going to be developed with the help of the fertilized eggs. Okay, that I am going to explain you. Yes, students. So from here, all the fertilized eggs which are present inside the ootheca, they are going to released. Okay, they are going to be released towards the external environment during the favorable conditions only. Okay, so during the favorable conditions, all the eggs. Okay, all the eggs. Yes, let me draw once again. Okay. Yes. So this will be of the ootheca. Okay. So inside this eggs are present, right? So all these are going to be released out. Okay. All these are going to be released out during the favorable conditions only. So at that particular time, each egg, okay, each fertilized egg which is released to the external environment, it is going to be molting. Okay. It is going to undergo the process called as molting. Okay, what is molting? Okay, it is going to be yes. So then next it is going to undergo the process called as molting. Okay, molting is nothing but shedding of the exoskeleton. Okay, shedding of the exoskeleton. Just imagine this is one egg. Okay, so this is one fertilized egg. Okay, so around the fertilized egg, what is present around the fertilized egg? Yes, the exoskeleton. Okay, the exoskeleton is present. Okay. So now molting in the sense shedding of the exoskeleton. Okay. It means the exoskeleton, whatever it is formed around this fertilized egg, it is going to be removed. Okay. It is going to be shed off. Okay. It is going to, all the exoskeleton is going to be broken down, and again new exoskeleton will form. After few days, the exoskeleton will again shed off, and again the new exoskeleton is going to be formed. Okay. So in this way the exoskeleton will form, and it will undergo how many moltings, my dear students? Approximately 13 moltings. Okay. So completely 13 times it is going to shed the exoskeleton, and then next it is going to undergo, and then next it is going to develop into the adult cockroach. Okay. Adult cockroach. Okay. Yes. So when we are going to talk about the development, okay, when we are going to talk about the development of the cockroach, it is of indirect development, my dear students. Okay. So indirect development in the sense, first the eggs are going to form, and then next after molting the larvae form is going to form, and then next what it is going to form? It is going to form the, yes, it is going to form the, it is going to form the adult cockroach. It is not, it does not looking like the cockroach, but as it became the adult, it is so happy. Okay. Yes. So this is the way, okay, how the adult cockroach is going to be developed, and this is all about the female reproductive system of the cockroach, okay. Yes, I know you people are going to be confused and you all are going to feel it like very complicated, but trust me students, it is very easy, okay. The male reproductive system and the female reproductive system is very easy, but it becomes easy when you are going to understand about the labeling parts and the complete diagrammatic representation, okay. So the diagrams are most important to score the 8 marks, 4 marks, as well as to score the more marks and to score and to attempt the correct question in NEET point of view also, okay. So please try to be in thorough with the labelings, as well as try to be in thorough with each role what actually it is going to form, okay. Yes, so just within 2 minutes I am going to summarize all the female reproductive system, okay. Female reproductive will start from second segment and it will continue up to the 10th segment. Second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, okay. Starting from second to sixth segment, what are present? A pair of ovaries are present. Inside the ovaries, we can find many thread-like structures, approximately 8 to 9 thread-like structures. 8 to 9 thread-like structures, these are called as ovarioles. The main role of ovarioles is to produce the ova, okay. So 8 ovarioles in one ovary and 8 ovarioles in one ovary, okay. 8 plus 8, 16 ovarioles. So 16 ovarioles in the sense approximately obviously 16 ova are going to be produced. So from each ovaries the tube is going to start and the tube is called as oviduct. Oviduct will open into the common oviduct, it is also called as vagina, okay. At this particular point the spermatheca is present, it will just store the sperms, and whenever the ova is going to be released from these ovaries, immediately the fertilization process is going to take place. After fertilization, all the fertilized ovas are stored in the ootheca, okay. So the ootheca is secreted by a special branched shaped gland that is called as collateral gland, okay. So approximately 8 to 9 oothecas will secrete. In each ootheca approximately 14 to 16 fertilized eggs are present, okay. During the favorable conditions the eggs will release from the ootheca, and next one the eggs are going to be molted, okay. They are going to undergo the process of molting, and approximately 13 moltings are going to be done, my dear students, okay. So that molting is also called as parometabolous development, okay. Parometabolous development, okay, clear. So parometabolous development is nothing but the shedding of the exoskeleton, okay. So if we look into the development, it is of indirect development. First eggs are going to be produced, next larval stage, and the next one young adult stage, that is called as indirect development, okay. So this is all about the reproductive system of the cockroach. So finally we have done with the chapter the Periplaneta americana, okay. So next, so this is all about the morphology and the anatomy, my dear students, okay. In our YouTube channel NEET World, under the live sessions I have done completely 3 morphological sessions, and I have done the digestive and excretory system under one live session, and next one the respiratory nervous system. Yes, next one when it comes to the respiratory system, nervous system and the blood vascular system, okay. All these 3 type studies are under the one live session, and next the male and female reproductive system are under these particular session, okay. So if you have any doubts, please just go on revising all the live sessions, okay. Yes, so meet you all in the next upcoming live session. So all the students once again revise, okay, because in the next live session we are going to do all the past few 5 to 6 years of previous year questions of NEET, especially related to this particular chapter only. Yes, so like, share and subscribe to NEET World.